Hello and what is going on, lovely people of the internet? It is Hootmoney here with another video for you guys today. Today we're going to be talking about Progenity stock, PROG. I bought back in, baby. Hoot Daddy is back. In all seriousness, I did buy back into Progenity later in the day today. I do have a bullish outlook on stocks in general, especially after this Friday. You can watch my recent video on the Federal Reserve meeting, and that basically discusses why I am, in fact, bullish, but I'll also be giving all of the reasons here today in the video. So if you guys don't mind, drop in that early like, since Hoot is back. We are back. We are back in Progenity. We are going to the moon. Maybe it's time for sunglasses, baby. Indoor sunglasses? How about that? Anyways, guys, we're going to be giving this update on Progenity as well as explain exactly my thesis behind this. So here we have Progenity. Drop a like on the video, by the way, guys. As you guys can see, this morning there was a nice big pump. And for me, this essentially confirmed that we were trending down in this like little bear trend, right? It confirmed that that was looking like it was over, right? And we've seen this a few times already, right? We were trending down here using the 50 moving average as a bit of a resistance point. Then we broke out of it again. It was a little fake out breakout. It started trending it down there again. So here we're getting a higher low right here. It did break out. I was hoping that it was going to use that 50 as a bit of a support level. It did break down below there. It looks like towards the end of the day, but now it's sitting back at about 250. So my order actually filled for 252. So I'm slightly down. I'm down 2 cents on my Progenity shares. I'm not too worried. The outlook is looking bullish. On the technicals, it does look bullish. I'll get into market Cipher in a minute. I do have to say, though, I am using a stop loss. So right here, you guys can see I posted it on Twitter. So full disclosure, full transparency about my position. I used the market Cipher risk calculator. All right, so it's obvious that Progenity is a risky stock, right? We just look at this hourly price action goes from $6.40 all the way down to $2.13. That's risk, all right? So when making a risky trade, you can use a risk calculator. Now, Market Cipher has a risk calculator. If you own Market Cipher is this little program that I use. There is a link below if you wanted to check it out. But essentially what this does, looking at this, you guys can see you enter in your total portfolio value right here. You put in essentially how much you want to put into the trade. So I put 8% of my portfolio into this trade. And then you want to do the risk. So your risk is how much money you are willing to lose. It'll essentially give you a stop loss, and then it'll say if all of these things are good to go. So if your trade exposure is too much, it'll give you a yellow warning here for your trade exposure. If you are risking too much of that money, it'll give you a yellow or a red or a black, which is kamikaze. If you're using too much leverage on your trade, it'll give you a warning, right? And then with all that information, it'll tell you where to put your stop loss. And this type of risk management is what can actually help you be successful when trading these risky assets. It allows you to actually have a stop loss in case this thing does crash. Now, a lot of the time, stop losses do not work out in your favor, right? So I may, in fact, get this filled. But if I do get my stop loss filled, I probably won't be losing a significant portion. So I think this is, I think the risk is in my favor for this trade. I'm not necessarily looking at this for the long term as of yet. We'll see what happens. But I do think it is primed for a nice little recovery here. Anyways, guys, again, Moomoo, baby. They've got this Christmas promotion, only lasts through the end of December. This promotion right here is their normal promotion, up to $7,000 in free stock as long as you deposit $1. There's a link below, description, pin comment section if you guys want to get this. It's the best promotion right now for any stock, any stock brokerage. You also get up to $17,500 if you deposit $2,000. So by far the best stock brokerage. They're also doing this Christmas promotion, giving away Oculus Quest 2s, iPhone 13 Pro, shares of GoPro, first come, first serve. So go down there, link in description below if you want a chance at winning one of these. Again, guys, first come, first serve. So get them while they're hot. Anyways, moving into the market Cipher, market sniper, there was a little fake out. So they gave a green dot here, then a red dot. Now they got another green dot. So it's looking solid. Everything looks like consolidation still. As you guys can see, the yellow right here, this is the VWAP. The yellow's really flat, so that means that it's just not volatile whatsoever here on Market Cipher. You're also catching it on a nice momentum wave to the downside and on green dot. This partly aided my my decision to enter it. The other thing is that this kind of looks like it's forming like a little Wyckoff pattern, right? It's got the two tops right here, right? The spring loaded bounce right here. This is where it's testing. So it kind of looks like it's about to come up again, right? And it's doing its little Wyckoff-y thing. Overall, also this is looking pretty solid here on some of the lower time frames. The 8-hour looks good. The 4-hour looks pretty solid. If anything, the 4-hour has this consolidating a little bit more. 1 hour also looking pretty decently solid. Again, it's not looking like any big moves are going to happen, but more consolidation to say the least. And then the 15-minute here is looking pretty decently solid. But overall, I'm looking at this daily chart. The daily is looking fantastic. I think there should be a nice recovery in a lot of these shorted stocks, especially after options expire on Friday, because there's tons of gamma exposure to negative gamma exposure on put options right now. And once those expires, it could reverse. It could reverse. Not financial advice, but that might be the case in a lot of these highly shorted stocks that have gotten beaten up over the past few weeks. Also, the short interest on Progenity did pick up again. They faked it. Wall Street duped us, but the short interest is back. So I did consider something, even though the shorts probably do have a bit more leverage on this. Another thing that is here on Fintel, it looks like the cost to borrow plateaued. You guys see it went from 34% down to 32%. Now it's back up to 34%. We're at 99.74% utilization. So pretty much the whole float is being utilized to be shorted. It's 80 on the short squeeze leaderboard right now. Again, this is because it's been downtrending. Shorts have a bit more leverage on the stock. But I like the fact that the cost to borrow has plateaued and it started coming back up. That is looking very nice and spicy. The short volume ratio, again, it was at 46%, which is a bit lower than normal. But again, this is probably correlated to the price coming down. And if the price starts moving back up, I'm sure the short volume ratio will come back up as well. And again, nothing new here in terms of the failure to deliver. Now, I have a few different flows to look at. So this is the typical options flow from today. It was 100% bullish, not too much premium, but more premium than we saw the past few days. They were all at 10:06, 10:03 a.m. this morning, and all of them were $2 call options expiring in 2022. January of 2022. So they're short dated. So these bulls right here are expecting a short-term move and they're going in the money. So it's probably not going to be a super volatile move, but they're anticipating a move to the upside. This is another flow that we have right here. This is, again, ask side only. Same thing as this flow, but it's taking into consideration the past week. So from December 6th to about December 14th, which is today. If we look at the charts right here, it's about 72% bullish. So people are still making bullish bets on Progenity right now. And this is amidst all the consolidation that we've been seeing. Beforehand, we were seeing a lot more puts, especially after 11/19. Tons and tons of put options started coming into Progenity. Now the whales are a bit more bullish, about 80% bullish as of the past week. And that's enough for me to perform my wash sale, right? Not have to pay taxes on my previous gains from selling. And now I own more Progenity stock than I did at the beginning. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here in terms of the flow. Another thing here on the flow is I wanted to do a bid side as well for the call option flow for today. And you guys can see that it was more ask side volume than bid side volume. So that's another thing that was taking me away from actually getting back into this, because there was tons of more selling of call options than buying of call options. And now we're seeing it where there's more people buying these call options than selling. So in my opinion, that is very, very bullish. Also, the historical flow has been inching up. It went from 13,000 as of Friday up to 26,000, up to 31,000 as of today. So the call option flow has been slowly but surely inching up there. Again, moving into the biggest option trades from today. All call options were being traded. It was 50% bullish, 50% bearish. A lot of still a decent sum of people were selling call options. But like I showed you guys, the whale flow there was more ask side volume than bid side volume, which I saw as very, very bullish. And I really like the fact that it's only call options being traded. We're not seeing puts in the mix anymore. This is similar to what I was seeing before Progenity really had its gamma squeeze, but now it's looking like it's on a bit smaller of a scale. So I'm not really expecting that same parabolic price action movement that we saw before. Maybe it goes up to $4.50. Maybe it goes down to $4. Maybe it goes up to $3.50. Maybe it doesn't even go up. I can't tell you guys what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, but I do see some upside in Progenity from here. And I promise you guys, I am going to sell this thing. I don't care. When something's this volatile, I'm looking to take profit, and I'm going to try to take them more early on this time. If we do get a run up, I'm probably going to average out of it as it's going up, just a little bit at a time. Just being fully aware that I can't predict the top. I don't know that 6 is going to be the top, or I can't tell you when any top is. So when I do have profits, I likely will be seeing them, or I'll just get stopped out of the trade completely and lose some money. Full disclosure this time, I'm planning to sell, so don't be surprised when I do sell out, right? Now, what about the long-term thesis? Progenity is a good long-term company, and that's something I agree. But when I'm playing something because of short interest, and I think there's going to be a short or gamma squeeze, I don't think that the price action push that we get from that is completely correlated to fundamentals, or else Progenity would have held at $6 a share, right? So when we're seeing some heavy volatility like we see in a stock like Progenity, I'm trying to make short-term profits, right? I'm trying to lock them in when I see them, because if I don't lock them in, I could end up being a bag holder. If I buy in at $5 per share, right, and I'm holding this thing throughout its downturn because I think it has a lot of fundamental value in the long term, that opens me up to so much risk just because of the volatility that you see because of the gamma and short squeezes. So my entire thesis on this trade is not necessarily to invest in this thing for the long haul, but if it comes to a point where it's a bit overbought, right, I want to take some profits, and perhaps I'll be able to get another re-entry and repeat the process, accumulate more shares, and then I'll have even more shares of Progenity to hold for the long term anyways. So that's how I see it. I'm happy that I did sell the first time at around $3.35. Now I bought back in at around $2.52. I have more shares this time. I have more exposure to the upside of Progenity, and I'm going to be blatantly honest, guys. I will sell this thing. I will sell. And it doesn't mean that I'm a long-term bear on Progenity, because long-term I think it will thrive. It's literally because I think there's tons of volatility, and my whole thesis behind the trade was a swing trade, and I'm going to be sticking to my thesis anyways, guys. That's about it for the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. As always, drop a like on the video if you guys did. Let me know what you guys are doing. Are you holding Progenity? Are you buying more? Don't buy more because I bought more. All right, that's not a smart investment strategy. I know a few of you guys might do that anyways. But yeah, I like what I'm seeing right now. It's checking the boxes again. I got the wash sale, so I don't have to pay taxes on my gains for Progenity, and now I have even more shares of Progenity. So my thesis is different than your thesis, so definitely come up with a plan. And my only real advice, which isn't financial advice, is to stick to your plan, stick to your guts. Don't cheat yourself. If you cheat yourself, you might get burnt, right? I've cheated myself before. I've taken on way too much of a position in terms of my entire portfolio, and I've gotten absolutely burned before. So stick to your rules and don't get burned. That's all I can really say. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like if you guys did. Subscribe for more content. Check out Moomoo using the link below if you guys want free iPhones and up to $7,000 in free stock as long as you guys deposit $1. And Hootmoney will be signing off. Sayonara. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace.